Hello everyone, I'm Dix Reviewer. Thank you for coming back for this video for my channel. So, is Naruto considered overrated? Yes, I hear this response a lot. I hear it a lot on Twitter. I see people still ranting and complaining about the whole overrated thing with Naruto in general. And I just want to say, Shippuden really isn't considered overrated anymore. And I'm going to explain why. First off, all we have right now is Boruto. The focus is always on Boruto. Swakage is the only person that actually still makes Naruto content, which is great. And I respect Swakage for doing that. Like, he's the only Naruto YouTuber that just does Naruto still. You know, you have Naruto Explained that does Boruto mostly. Boruto is the most talked about shonen anime right now in the Naruto verse. So it does make sense for him to rely on Boruto and Naruto on a few things, but in general, he focuses on Boruto a lot as of right now. If I remember right, mostly when his videos show up on my feed, it's Boruto related mostly, but Swakage in general is the only creator that actually keeps the Boruto community going with all of his videos. I respect that. Seth the Programmer, when he does his verse battles, it's mostly Naruto. He doesn't really do Boruto, which is, you know, it's not really fair to put stuff in this because his videos are completely different, but I think you get what I'm saying. You see, when Naruto Shippuden ended, not a lot of people really reacted to it. It wasn't the biggest thing that blew up in 2017, which is surprisingly. You would have think Naruto Shippuden would have had, you know, the whole YouTube feed blown up, but no, that wasn't the reality that we lived in. Very few people talked about it. Yeah, and I think it's because during this time, a lot of people moved on from Shippuden. Studio Period, I don't know what was going through their head, but they milked Shippuden with fillers for like a whole year. And I've seen a lot of people make videos about that. Like, I'll revisit some of the old videos of the community that I was not a part of during that time, and people were complaining about Shippuden of having so many fillers. And they already read the manga, they don't need to completely wait for the canon to be animated because they already know what happens. And that did kill the vibe, and naturally people just moved on. And when Shippuden actually ended as a whole, it didn't really blow up. A lot of people weren't talking about it. And it is an understandable thing. And as time went on in general, you know, after the Pain Saga, a lot of fans just left the series even before the Fourth Great Ninja War got to its worst part. Like, people who dropped the show, people were probably still hearing rumors on the internet. It's gotten worse. We have plot holes. We have reanimated ninja. And the people who already left the show were like, yeah, I don't want to come back to that. That doesn't sound interesting. So I'm talking about the people who already left it a long time ago and were hearing updates about it. And like, yeah, I'm still not interested in it. And so in general, you know, it does make sense for a lot of fans just to leave the show. Now today, I still see people keep saying Naruto Shippuden is overrated as fuck. And I can't agree with that because Naruto isn't really talked about nowadays. You know, I only do Naruto because I love the show, I love the characters, etc. I have my reasons to make content out of a show, but it just, I can't escape the fact that it's not the most talked about series. And people still feel like it's this overrated show that fits in with My Hero Academia, you know, One Piece, Dr. Stone, etc. All the animes that are currently airing. Demon Slayer. People consider Demon Slayer very overrated nowadays. But it's just, how can Naruto Shippuden still fit into the category when it's not even airing? Like, how can a show be considered overrated if it's not even airing? It makes no sense. Like, if you look at the community, we have more Dragon Ball YouTubers and One Piece YouTubers rather than Naruto YouTubers, because for some reason Naruto is just, it's not, I guess people want to talk more about shows that have better world building. I'm not sure, but like, you know, Kishimoto wrote the world building within his characters. You know, maybe that's why people talk about One Piece more, because there's so many ideas. To think about Dragon Ball YouTubers when they do their what ifs, Dragon Ball, one of my issues with Dragon Ball in general is that it lives in a universe where anything is possible. There's no limits. That's why you have Dragon Ball Heroes that fail, that people complain because it's just fan service. If Dragon Ball can have a world with just fan service all around, you know for a fact the show doesn't have limits. Why you compare it to the big three, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, they have limits. They can't do what Dragon Ball does. They can't expand new villains out their asses every time. They can't keep doing power-ups. Eventually the show just ends, or it can't go beyond a certain point. So when it comes to Naruto ideas, it's very small, and I feel like maybe we don't have a lot of Naruto YouTubers in general because of the world building was just not as big for bigger ideas, in my opinion. But in general, you know, like the Naruto community, like, we're good people, And I've always seen people say the Naruto fanboys are this and this, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't see that hate, honestly. And I'm being honest, and I'm gonna tell you why. Back when Naruto was still airing, that's when I feel like the fan bases were at their worst. Because a lot of people like me, I was still a kid. I wasn't like on YouTube. I was still in elementary, middle school. I wasn't a part of the cancerous part of Naruto because back then people would, if you would wear like an anime shirt, same thing what everyone else does, you would get judged. I was always embarrassed that I like Naruto, and that was a dark era back then. So I wasn't around the community of being made fun of because I shut my mouth about me liking anime. But as of today, when I first joined YouTube and the anime community to make my own Naruto channel, Boruto was already a thing. Naruto wasn't even talked about a whole lot in 2017. Like I said, when Naruto Shippuden ended in 2017, it wasn't that talked about. There wasn't a lot of reviews or reactions to that last episode because, like I said, a lot of fans left the show. Now, like I keep saying, we don't have a lot of Naruto YouTubers because of the writing, and they have every right to. That's why it's very rare to get certain YouTubers, like Swakage right now, in general, because he's the only one that I've seen that holds up the Naruto community with his videos. He still talks about this universe that ended a long time ago. So, I kind of feel like, no, Naruto Shippuden is not overrated. I feel like it could be considered a little bit underrated. And what I mean by little because everyone's seen most of the show, but people who have not seen the show, give it a try. You're probably warned about it, but don't let people, get in your head. You judge it of how you want to judge it when you watch it. I don't consider Naruto Shippuden overrated because, like I said, it's not airing. There's not a lot of Naruto YouTubers that talk about the show as many YouTubers compared to the Dragon Ball community or the One Piece community. So I kind of feel like Naruto Shippuden as a whole has left. Like, it's no longer this top tier anime. It's not this top tier anime that everyone's talking about, There's discussions, there's what ifs, there's ideas on the internet, but Naruto as a whole, it's not there anymore. Like, the fan base, a lot of fans left. You have people like me that are here talking about it. But in general, as a whole, you can't put Naruto Shippuden as overrated comparing it to today's animes. Recently, you have Dragon Ball Super, you have Demon Slayer, you have One Piece still airing, you have My Hero Academia, which people really consider My Hero Academia very, very, very overrated. But yet, people keep saying Naruto Shippuden is overrated. Yet, Naruto Shippuden is not the highest shonen anime right now. It's My Hero Academia. One Piece is still going, but My Hero Academia is so freaking popular. It's in an era where Naruto used to be considered the most popular shonen, but that era has died, it's gone. So no, I don't believe Shippuden is considered overrated. I don't care how many people say it is overrated, it's not talked about as what you think it is. And we don't have a lot of Naruto YouTubers to continue this legacy of the show because a lot of people lost interest in the show. I mostly see One Piece YouTubers and Dragon Ball YouTubers, I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball, like I said, but I have known for a fact that the fan bases of Dragon Ball is more bigger. It's more expanding. You can expand the world more because Dragon Ball has so much room for ideas because, like I said, there's no limits in that universe, while Naruto did have limits, and eventually it did end. So no, if you think it is overrated, that's fine, but it's not the most talked about shonen anymore. It's not the most popular shonen at all. Right now, the current mind-blowing anime and shonen is My Hero Academia. And I can't put Shippuden and My Hero Academia in the same lead because My Hero Academia right now is the current big dog right now. Shippuden is dead. It's gone. People don't like it anymore. People don't really find it rewatchable after the whole Kage thing, which did ruin the show as well, so that's also to my point. But in general, guys, I don't think Shippuden should be considered overrated, no matter how many times people keep bringing this up. I just can't agree with it. On an honest opinion, I think the original Naruto is more underrated than Shippuden, absolutely, but still, at the end of the day, I can't change people's opinions. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think it's overrated? Do you think it's underrated? I just don't really feel like it deserves a purpose in this argument anymore because Shippuden has been gone for almost 3 years now, next March. And yeah, it's like Shippuden is still around. People still talk about it. People still, like it, but it's nowhere near on that popular list of saying it's the greatest shonen as of right now. Like, no, Naruto's time it's gone. We have Boruto, but yeah, we're not getting into that. But yeah, let me know your opinion. I'm Big's Reviewer. Subscribe if you want to stay in weird, and have a good night. Bye.